Welcome to my beginner's guide to the present perfect. In this video, we'll explore how to use the present perfect tense, how we can use open doors to help you understand the present perfect better. We will also look at how we can form the present perfect tense. And I will also give you an exam activity based on the present perfect. Please answer these questions while watching this video. If you can find the answers to these questions, then you have understood our first lesson on the present perfect. What is the present perfect? Different teachers and books may define the present perfect in different ways. For example, to describe actions that started in the past and continue into the present. This is a typical use of the present perfect. However, for this lesson, we will focus on a simple idea. Open doors. The present perfect is a verb tense that we can use to talk about open events. What does open mean? To help you understand, think of an open door that you can use as many times as you want. Are you confused? Don't worry, let's look at some examples. We can use the present perfect to talk about general experiences without talking about a specific time. For example, I've been to England. Here, the time is not important because the speaker does not mention the time they went to England in the past. This event is open. Why is this event open? The door is not closed, it is open. So I can use the door again and travel to England now or in the future. If I go to England 2 times, you can say, I've been to England twice. That brings me to my next example. We can use the present perfect to talk about repeated actions without talking about a specific time. Have you seen the Harry Potter movies? My brother has watched the Harry Potter movies 5 times. We do not know when my brother watched the Harry Potter movies in the past because we do not mention any specific time. This is an open door. Why is this door open? You can see the Harry Potter movies whenever you want, so you can watch them again now or in the future. The door is not closed, it's open. Let's look at another example. This year. We can use the present perfect to describe a situation that started in the past and continues up to the present. Let's look at an example with rain. We haven't had much rain this year. Imagine that now is September of the year 2024. The year started back in January. This year is a period of time that is open. The year has not finished. It might rain again this year, so the door is not closed. And we can use the present perfect to describe this situation. Let's look at another example. We can use the present perfect for an action that started in the past and is still true now. For example, I've lived in Spain for 20 years. I moved to Spain in the year 2004. Now, at the moment of making this video, it's the year 2024 and I still live in Spain. So, this action started in the past and is still true now. If you think about it, this is an open event. I still live in Spain now, so this event has not finished. The door is not closed, it's open. We can use the present perfect to describe this situation. At the moment, we have learned that we can use the present perfect to talk about doors that are not closed, open doors. At a B1 level, there are also other uses of the present perfect, like for recent events and to introduce a topic. However, at the moment, I just want you to think about open doors. Now, let's take a look at the structure of the present perfect. These are all examples from the video. To form the present perfect, we can use the auxiliary verb have or has, plus a past participle. What is a past participle? Well, this is pretty easy. For regular verbs, we can just add ed to a base form of a verb. Now for irregular verbs, do you remember studying endless lists of verbs at school? If you type in irregular past participle word lists on Google, the second option that comes up is a word list from Cambridge. Here, you can clearly see the past participles for irregular verbs. The third column. Alternatively, you can ask ChatGPT for a word list of the most common B1 level irregular verbs. We use the third column of these verbs, the past participles, to make the present perfect with irregular verbs. For example, I've been to France. Now, let's take a look at an exam activity. Read the text and choose the correct answer. Please pause the video to complete the activity before I give you the correct answers. Number 1. Been is correct because we use the past participle been with to say that we have travelled to a place or a country. We use the past participle been with the auxiliary verb have to form the present perfect. Number 2. Seen is correct because we use the past participle seen with the auxiliary verb have to form the present perfect. Was, went and saw are not correct because we do not use the past simple to form the present perfect. Number 3. Travelled is correct because we can use travel to talk about visiting places. We use the past participle travelled with the auxiliary verb haven't to form the present perfect. Number 4. Have is correct because we use the auxiliary verb have after the subject they to form the present perfect. Has and hasn't are not correct because we do not use has or hasn't after the subject they. Haven't is not correct because this structure is not a negative structure. We know it's not negative because of the sentence more than 5 times. Number 5. Tried is correct because we use the past participle tried with the auxiliary verb have to form the present perfect. Paella is a type of food, so you can try paella. Number 6. Eaten is correct because we use the past participle eaten with the auxiliary verb have to form the present perfect. Ate is not correct because we do not use the past simple to form the present perfect. Eat and eats are not correct because we do not use the present simple to form the present perfect. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe to learn more about the present perfect in our next few lessons. And I almost forgot, to check your understanding of the present perfect, remember to answer these questions. See you next time, everybody.